Yo, fam, this list is about to be some straight heat, straight up. I mean, I know it's about to get cooler outside, but on this list, we're bringing straight fire. It's gonna keep you warm when it's cold outside. Because I'm the best. I'm the best. What's going on, YouTube? It's Darian, the Bowtie Fragrance Guy. I love looking good, smelling amazing. All right, first up, coming in at the 10th spot, this fragrance is from the house of Andy Tower. This is a classic. This one is L'Air du Désert MOROCAIN. L'Air du Désert MOROCAIN. I love this fragrance. This is not anything that is universally mass appealing. This is one that you wear for yourself, but it's so good in the cool night of the fall, man. I'm telling you right now, if you've never put your nose on this, it's definitely not blind buy worthy, because again, this is an acquired taste, but man, again, when it starts to cool down outside, man, a fall evening is perfect. The perfect time to throw this fragrance on. This one right here was made to or inspired by the Saharan desert in the evening time. So the evening night air of the Saharan desert, and they've done a great job capturing that in this bottle. It has some spices in it. Of course, it's an oriental spicy fragrance. It has cumin, I think, coriander, some spices in it. But when you get to the dry down, man, the dryness of it comes from the cedar wood. It's a very dry, woody, that vibe that you get from cedar wood, man, but a nice vetiver comes into play as well, man. This stuff is just fantastic. You gotta put it on your skin and try it to really know what I'm talking about, but it's a great fall scent from the house of Andy Tower. This is L'Air du Désert MOROCAIN. All right, guys, now coming in at the 9th spot, this fragrance comes from the house of Carner, Barcelona, and this one is El Born. El Born. Again, another nice, sweet, creamy vanilla fragrance to wear in the fall season. I told you before when I talked about the designer choices that I made this year, the sweet fragrances really play well in the wintertime. And this one, again, features a beautiful note of vanilla. It has some heliotrope in there. Heliotrope, depends on how it's used, tends to kind of come off like almond. So you kind of get that nutty almond type vibe from this in the heart. You know, it just came to my mind. I thought about that episode of Martin where the guy said, "Martin, you so almondy." Anyway, yeah, so you got a nice heliotrope note in here as well. Again, some vanilla. Just an absolute beautiful scent. It opens up really kind of with a citrusy type of accord, but that is really overtaken by the more sweeter elements of this. I think honey is in this as well. Beautiful scent to wear in the fall from the house of Carner, Barcelona. This one is El Born. All right, guys, now coming in at the 8th spot, this fragrance is from the house of Maison Francis Kurkdjian. You know it had to be on here. This is Grand Soir. Grand Soir. I'm telling you right now, this is a grand fragrance, especially in the fall season. Beautiful, warm, buttery, ambery note that you get in Grand Soir. Again, I always say it's one of the best ambers I've ever put my nose on, but it also features some kind of resinous qualities as well. I think labdanum is in here as well. Again, beautiful, warm, false kind of fragrance to wear when it's cool outside in the fall. This one is shirt and tie approved in the fall. From the house of Maison Francis Kurkdjian, this is Grand Soir. The next fragrance up on the list, this one comes from the house of Creed, and I'm talking about Royal Oud. Now, usually when folks think of the house of Creed, they don't really think about the fall season because a lot of their scents are designed for warmer temperatures, but this is one that you can wear in the fall. One of the best ones actually from Creed outside of spice and wood to wear in the fall and maybe even winter months of the year. But this is just great, guys, and a lot of people talk about this when they talk about Royal Oud. It doesn't have a whole lot of oud in it. There is a slight hint of oud, some angelica root in here as well, but the main player is a cedar wood. It's a very woody, spicy fragrance, and that's what you get from this. Again, perfect to wear in the cooler temperatures, cooler times of the year. When the fall season rolls around, winter season rolls around, I love the House of Creed, but there are not many that I can wear, but this is one that I can. And this one again is Royal Oud. All right, guys, now coming in at the 6th spot this year, we have this one coming from the House of Nasamaro, and this is BARAONDA. Nasamaro BARAONDA, and I really enjoy this as well because I get this kind of marshmallowy type sweetness in the opening. That may be the muskmallow, I'm not really sure, but that's kind of sort of what it comes across to my nose as. But of course, the star player of this is a whiskey note. It's very, very, very boozy, but I like the contrast of the booziness and the sweetness that I get from this one. Perfect fall scent to wear from the House of Nasamaro. This is BARAONDA. All right, and coming in at the 5th spot, this one has made the list before, and it made it again this year from the House of Xerjoff. This is Naxos. Xerjoff Naxos. It's just hard with some of these fragrances, and this is one of them, to look at a certain seasonal list and not include it. So when I think about fall, this is one of the main fragrances that catches my eye in my collection, because I know when the fall season rolls around, this is one that I really reach for. And I always try to give you guys a very authentic list, what I really feel I'm going to be wearing at least. But this is always one of them. A lot of people, of course, compare it to Pure Havana, but I think they're slightly the same, but they're very different to my nose. This one, again, is more aromatic because of the lavender, but it does have those sweet notes in it. Again, they're spicy. It has some cinnamon. It has some honey. It has some tobacco as well. Just an absolutely beautiful scent to wear, especially in the fall. From the House of Xerjoff, this one comes in at the 5th spot this year. This one is Naxos. Coming in the list this year at the 4th spot, this one comes from the House of Frederic Malle. This one is French Lover. French Lover. I released a list last week of my top 5 fragrances from the House of Frederic Malle, and this one was in the 3rd spot. And man, with every day that passes and I put my nose on this, it is getting to be more and more of one of the fragrances that I really enjoy. It's very, very masculine. Again, it's spicy. It's green. It's very, very much a fragrance that I would consider to be a very gentlemanly type fragrance. It's very, very, very good. Again, you have galbanum in this, you have moss, you have vetiver. Again, guys, it's a very, very green and spicy scent. I compare it again to Creed Spice and Wood. So you get a very spicy fragrance with this, just sitting on the top of some very green undertone from it as well. But it's just really, really a well done scent from the House of Frederic Malle. And again, I know that I'm going to enjoy wearing this one this fall season from the House of Frederic Malle. This one is French Lover. And guys, coming in at the 3rd spot this year, I have one from the House of Parfums de Marly, and this is Habden. Habden. Now, this is the time of year in the fall season, although we may not get to experience this year, where we usually have the fair. Where I'm located, the state fair normally comes in the month of October, right again in the smack dab in the middle, in the heart of the fall season. So guys, this is the perfect scent to wear in the fall because it smells like a candy apple. Yes, that's right, the candy apples that you normally get from the state fair. This is what this smells like. It has apple in it. Oh, man, it has some caramel, some myrrh as well, rose, another note in this one. Perfect scent, guys. Again, that's the best way for me to describe this to you. You know, if you've ever had a candy apple, then you probably know what this smells like if you never put your nose on it. So just use that as a point of reference. Great scent for the fall. Perfect scent for the fall from the House of Parfums de Marly. This is Habden. All right, guys, I'm coming in at the 2nd spot. This is one of my favorites from the House of By Kilian. This is Single Malt. Single Malt, and I love this stuff. It's the right amount. This one gives the right amount of booziness without being overly boozy. It has plum, it has wheat as well in this. A nice woody vibe from this that comes from the cedar wood, and again, the sweetness comes in on the dry down with the vanilla. Again, great one to wear. There's a lot of fragrances I could have chosen from the House of By Kilian for the fall, but this is the one that I'm going to be rolling with this year. And again, this one is Single Malt. All right, guys, and coming in at the number 1 spot this year, I am so excited that it's about to start cooling down, that I can really get a chance to wear and enjoy this scent from the House of Nichane. This is Annie, or Ani. Man, listen, I don't really know how to describe this. I really don't know how to describe it. Honestly, for a point of reference, because I know a lot of folks have probably smelled this one, but if you think about Bentley Intense for Men, doesn't smell exactly like that, but that may put you somewhat, slightly in the mindset of what this smells like if you've never smelled it. But I'm telling you, this stuff is great. Just like there are certain fragrance lines have signature notes. Vanilla is the signature note for fragrances from Nichane. So if you like vanilla-based fragrances, then you probably need to delve into this house a little bit more, because of course, just like a lot of other fragrances from the Nichane house, this one features a note of vanilla, but we got a whole lot going on in this fragrance, and it just comes all together to make one of the best that Nichane has to offer. Again, I'm overly excited to wear this one. I'm glad it's about to start cooling down outside, so I can get into this one from the house of Nichane. This is Ani. All right, guys, that's it. That's my time. I appreciate you guys taking the time out to watch this video as I drop my top 10 niche fragrances that I'm going to be wearing this fall season. I always appreciate you guys' attention watching these videos, because of course I know you could have been doing anything else in the world, but you took the time out of your schedules to watch me talk about fragrances, and I sincerely appreciate that. Now don't forget to take the time to like, comment, and subscribe, and share these videos out to folks that you think could use this information or find me entertaining, because I'm your main man, Darren. I'm the Bowtie Fragrance Guy. I love to look good, and of course, I love to smell amazing. So until next time, guys, keep looking good, keep smelling even better. I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.